Hey, what's going on? Dropping a little video today. I got a follow up for you guys from the video I dropped the other day. Hey, y'all gotta chime in. You know what I mean? I dropped a video the other day on the NAR lawsuit that's going on. If you guys do not know, there is a big lawsuit that's been going on for the last month, last few weeks. Well, today I'm gonna give you guys some news. They had the verdict. There's some other videos that are coming out. I also want to stay on top of it and let my people that are following me let you know as well how I feel about it and what's going on. Okay, so there's a lawsuit going on in Kansas City, Missouri, here in my local area, and it's about the real estate market and the industry, and it's going to shake up things. All right, it's trying to change the way buyers and seller agents get paid, more or less on the buyer side, but it's going to be affecting both sides, right? Mainly because sellers are getting upset saying, hey, we're not aware that we're paying the buyer's commission. A lot of people are not aware of that, but that's the way it's always been. If you agree to 4, 5, 6% on the listing side, you split that, or the listing agent splits that commission with the buyer agent, right? Whoever brings him a buyer, whoever they co-op with, whoever buys that property, okay? So that is what the lawsuit's about. Some people said, hey, we sold our home. Oh, we were not informed that we were paying the buyer's commission. Now we're upset, and you guys are colluding to make a bunch of money, which is crap. And don't believe it. Don't believe the hype. It's not to make us a bunch of money. Really, the documents are to keep you guys safe, the public, as well as hold us accountable and keep us safe, and to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do for you. Right? Okay, so that's why it's proper representation. Okay, sometimes I will admit, us real estate, agents and brokers, that's been doing this for a while, we may not explain these things as thoroughly as we should, but there's 7 pages or 12 pages or whatever the case may be, and sometimes we just skim through them. Sometimes, that's just the way it is. Please read these documents. I'll say it again. Please read them. When I send them over, I say, please read these documents. I'll give a synopsis of it, of what the document is, if we haven't sat down in person. I work with a lot of out-of-state people, and so, yes, a lot of it is just send it. Hey, quick synopsis of what this document is. Please read it. Let me know if you have any questions. No questions? Okay. Can you please sign the document? Thank you for signing. That's it. And I always say, like I said, please read. Let me know if you have any questions. You got to start reading these documents. But literally, they got freaked out because they realized they were paying for the broker's commission on the other side, and they were upset about it. And now they done sued, and they don't know what the heck they were doing trying to get into this. But obviously, what they were doing is they're trying to get some money back, right, from the sale, and they were trying to get some more money. Okay, so the people who are winning right now in this is the lawyer. His name's Mike something. I don't know. He is winning, right? Because he just won. It's like $1.5 billion in this lawsuit or something. I know he's going to get 20, 30%, 40%. I don't know. He won. He's getting paid. And the people who won the lawsuit, they're getting paid, right? The people who's going to be hurt is you, the buyer, the first time buyer, the people who are really trying to buy homes and want to buy homes in this market, in this country, whether it's now or 2 years from now. If this goes through, you're going to be the ones that's going to be affected, because you're not going to be able to afford that representation, and it can be costly. And so, yeah, we're just probably going to have to adjust things, make some changes, see how we're explaining things as brokers and agents. There's going to be some that, yes, probably will drop out of the business. I don't think it's going to be as much as they were saying. Some people say 80%. I don't think it's going to be nothing crazy, but there will be some that are going to drop out of the business. This business is not easy. It's not easy as people think. Sometimes it can be easy, and as you do it, the longer you do it, it can get easier, but it's not necessarily easy. Okay. But with that being said, it's just opening up Pandora's box to where the buyers are going to have to pay for their buyer's representation, for their agent, out of pocket. And most first-time home buyers are already squeezed and having to come up with as much funds as possible that they have to buy that home. So now you're going to say, hey, you're going to pay 1, 2, or 3% on top of that in order to get an agent to represent you. It's only going to hurt them because they're not going to have that funds. And so then they're going to be like, all right, I still want to buy this house, right? You still want to buy a house? And now they're going to be unrepresented. So they're going to be unrepresented, still trying to buy a house. the listing agent is going to be doing double work because they're like, hey, now they're going to be doing the seller side and trying to help this buyer who doesn't know what they're doing and trying to, help them as well. Because there's a lot of pieces that go involved when buying a house. You got to deal with the lending issues, inspection issues when they come up, home warranties, all types of things. If you're a first time home buyer, you have no idea. So it's just gonna open up Pandora's box. And then yes, for those other agents that say, hey, we still want to, help buyers and things like that, you're just gonna have to change the way you're doing things. It's gonna be, hey, $500, $1,000 for me to help you, or something like that. It's gonna have to just gonna be a lot more flat fees, and they're gonna be hitting them with them before you even see a house. They're gonna start hitting you with it, or they're gonna write a document in there and just say, hey, if I show you 3 homes and you end up purchasing one of them homes, yep, you're gonna pay me a fee because I showed you that home. Or you're going to have to sign a buyer's agreement saying, I'm going to show you as many homes as possible, but you're going to pay this flat fee. And 9 times out of 10, the buyers aren't paying that. If they do, they pay a BAC fee, broker's admin commission fee, and it's usually minimum compared to the gross of the commission or what it should be paid. Okay. So now that we got that out the way, it's going to be crazy. I don't know what's going on, but I know they are appealing. It's going to take a couple years, 2-3 years for this to all go through, because the NAR is going to appeal. They're going to fight. What happens on the backside is, now that this Mike dude, the attorney, done won, he's like, whoop, got a couple other lawsuits coming out the woodworks. Here you go. And then bam, couple more lawsuits coming. Couple more brokerages are now involved. What's going to happen if they win that one? And is it going to be another one after that? Is it going to be another appeal after that? Like, who knows? I just want you guys to be aware, be in the know of what's going on, because it's going to try to shake up the real estate landscape is what they're trying to do. If it does, it's going to shake it up a little bit for sure, definitely, and things are going to change. But a good quality agent, whether on the buying or selling side, is worth their money. Okay, if they're helping you sell your home or helping you buy a home, and they're doing what they're supposed to do, and they really got your best interest at heart and fighting for you, negotiating for you, and making sure everything is good before, during, and after the transaction, they're worth the money. They're worth that value. They know their value, so go ahead and pay what they're asking, what they're requesting. Okay. Um, But I don't want to talk a lot today, but I'm telling you, this NAR stuff, it's just crazy. There's a lot of questions that people are asking. So I'm sitting here, I pulled it up on a computer just so I can go through some of it. I'm going to go through some of it off camera as well, as I'm still trying to get updated. But it's just crazy. And so what they're saying is, here's one question that they have: is there anything realtors, brokers, state, local associations, or the MLSs need to do differently because of this verdict? Right? And this is straight from National Association of Realtors. And this is because us realtors or brokers are still like, hey, what's going on? What's going to happen? My brokerage is in this lawsuit. Is our documents going to change? Yep, best believe our documents are going to change. Your documents are going to change, especially if they're in this lawsuit. Get ready. It's going to be some extra documents they're going to put in there. The attorneys are probably working right now. So, yes, it's going to change. So they say, nope, not because of this verdict, but NAR has emphasized for many years 2 important things. One is the use of buyer representation agreements, which maximizes transparency by putting all agreements in writing to ensure clarity and understanding, as all members are obligated to do pursuant to NAR Code of Ethics. Okay. All right. These agreements are formalized the professional working relationship between clients and the detail of what services we provide. Okay. In a nutshell, right? It says, what does the future of buyer representation look like as a result of this verdict? This verdict does not require a change in our rules, but if class action attorneys had it their way, buyer representation would be very much at risk because many first-time home buyers, among others, couldn't afford to pay for the representation out of pocket, right? Ain't that what I said? It's important that members take every opportunity to express how they are experts who guide consumers through the financial, legal, and community complexities of buying or selling a home, right? Does NAR have the funds to pay the proposed damages? Come on now, yeah, you know they got their money and whatnot. How does this verdict affect other ongoing litigation? Because, like I said, you know they're coming, and it says, well, it doesn't. Cases are tried separately. We know. But here, like in the Washington Post, it says, we spent 4.5 years uncovering the evidence of this conspiracy led plaintiff Michael Ketchmark told Washington Post. That's what the attorney said. It's a conspiracy. We're trying to collude and make sure that we all get paid and we're getting a bunch of money. We're colluding against you sellers on your homes. No, I mean, it's the wording is crazy that he puts in here. But at the end of the day, you got to realize he was trying to get paid, right? He was working for his clients, trying to get them paid, and he won. He got paid. Like I said, he's going to be getting a nice payday, and he's trying to go get another one with these other lawsuits that are coming out. He's trying to get it. He's trying to go get that bag. And so I ain't mad at him, but at the end of the day, people that's going to be affected is you, as I keep saying, the seller, the consumer, the buyers. You guys are the one that's going to be affected. If it goes through, first-time home buyers are going to be affected the most. But it is what it is. I mean, the verdict came out, and now there's going to be similar class action lawsuits coming out. And it's not just in the state of Missouri, it's across the whole country. So we just need to be aware. So it says investors immediately reacted. Zillow shares dropped almost 7% Tuesday, and Redfin shares sank 5.7% just because of this lawsuit. So that's when I say it's going to have some, repercussions going across the real estate landscape. Okay. But everybody's trying to say that they stand by the fact that NAR's guidance for local MLS broker marketplaces ensures consumers get comprehensive and equitable, transparent, and reliable home information, and that the brokerages of any size, service, or pricing model get a fair shot at competing, is what my man Mr. Williams said. Okay. And that's Mantle Williams. He's a spokesman for the NAR. That's what he said. Keller Williams, spokesman, he said that the company is disappointed that before the jury even decided the case, the court did not allow them to hear crucial evidence that cooperative compensation is permitted under Missouri law. So he said he's upset. He didn't even get to hear that side, right? He's like, I didn't even get to hear that before they even decide the case. I didn't get to see this evidence. So he's upset, right? Remax and Anywhere Real Estate were originally defendants in the Missouri-Illinois lawsuit before they settled in early October. Remax said they were paying $55 million, and Anywhere said it was going to pay $84 million, just so they can say, distance themselves and say, oh, I don't want to be a part of it. We're going to pay right now. That's what they did. But I don't know. I don't want to sit here and read all these questions, read articles, but you guys can do that for yourself. But I did want to give you guys some information on what's going on, give you up to date information. At the end of the day, hey, a verdict has came out. The verdict was guilty, and so that's where we are right now. There's going to be more appeals, more lawsuits, more time. So at this present time, we're just going to keep working and keeping business as usual, right? And so it's just very important that us agents and brokers are very transparent, and we be more transparent when it comes to these documents and explain these documents to you guys so you guys know what's going on. And at the end of the day, if you're going to hire a buyer's agent, whether it's on the seller's or buyer side, I mean, if you're going to use that person, use that agent, use that broker for their services, you should pay them, right? That's just how it is. You should be paid. We pay the doctors, we pay attorneys for their services. Everybody should be paid for their services at the end of the day. Okay. Um, for me, I'm just going to keep trying to provide the value that I provide. That value that I provide is me being honest, me being transparent, and me doing my fiduciary duties by having your best interest at heart, the consumer, the client. Whether that's on the buying or the selling side, at the end of the day, that's the oath that I took. So that's the duty that I provide. That's the service that I provide, is that I'm going to communicate as best as I can. I'm going to do all the documents and paperwork as best as I can in a timely fashion. And I'm going to try to negotiate the best deal that I can negotiate, right? I'm going to be honest and upfront with you guys. And that's all I can provide. I'm not perfect. I'll tell everybody that I'm not perfect. But at the end of the day, I will do the best that I can. And if I say I'm going to do something, I do my best to do it. Okay? So that's the service that you get. At the end of the day, y'all stay safe. Thanks for chiming in. Please subscribe. Peace.